I mean, we really did not talk about other than the results. No, we talked about AEW, but we didn't
We
talk
talking about
about the results of the pay per view.
So I get the big.
Other than I mean, there were some very notable things. I think the most notable thing is that Rhea Ripley gave Nia Jax her best match.
Absolutely.
That was a solid main event. I'm surprising. I didn't think that main event was going to do what it did.
Nia Jax been Jackson.
Nia Jax has been impressive.
Jackson.
I wasn't a fan of what she was doing at 1st, but I think that whatever the push has been to get to this match here, they did a good job in making Nia Jax at least feel like she needs to do something.
I actually think that it's two-sided. She's put in some work, more work than what she was putting in before.
So I think her gear looks better and everything.
Everything looks better.
Now, I feel like she might be getting herself together a little bit. Is what makes the gear look better. I think because we actually had a conversation about that this weekend too.
No, go ahead, Kyle.
No, I mean I think she's working.
Becky Lynch won. That Becky Lynch, I'm not hype at all.
No.
I am not hype at all for the Becky Lynch. They telegraphed it at the press conference for the Mania kickoff.
That's what ruined it. It ruined it.
It went that whole setup. You should have already knew what was going to happen at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, that ruined it.
And it's but realistically, it's just not a match that I would rather see some other woman getting that opportunity.
100%. Somebody that's equal talent.
Right.
And maybe equal talent and equal level in terms of time in the industry. I feel like we need a situation where some of these current stars need to be getting elevated more than
That's right.
Let's do Martin episodes where they be trying.
Yeah. I just think that match showcased every reason why Becky shouldn't have won. Because when you look at and I love Rebecca. I think that she's a great talent. But those girls in that match, it was like, nah. You got Tiffany Stratton doing what she doing. You got Bianca doing what she doing. You got all of these. Naomi had a cute moment. Like I don't remember anything spectacular from Becky in that match.
That's normally what it is.
I'm questioning why she's the one.
Right.
I get it, but it's like no shade. When I'm gonna be honest with you, when I saw WrestleMania 40, my immediate vision was.
Now we blocking Kelly.
Yeah, facts. That's not happening, Kelly. I'm sorry.
My favorite.
I'm not sorry.
I'm on block.
Was I wanted to see Bianca versus Rhea. I thought WrestleMania 40 we were going to get a Clash of the Titans, and you're not
the problem.
Surprise.
Yeah, facts.
The problem with Bianca Rhea is someone's got to lose.
That's not a problem. That's not a problem though, because Bianca is a veteran. It's okay if she wins against her. It would be okay.
I guess my question.
I mean, I don't like it.
Well, if WWE's not ready to push that button, then
no, it's not. Yeah, they listen. She takes that Elder Bianca. I think it spells disaster for her because
she had this bitch for 300 some days.
But they haven't done much with the run.
No,
that is so true.
So what is another 300
time? And this is the third time they have remixed that girl.
But this is the first time it felt real. Saturday felt real. Saturday for the downtown Tony
Brown. No, shout out to everybody outside of the 410. He missed Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday felt real. Like, okay, now what? Now they fought. It took you this week for them to actually have her.
Well, she was home too, cuz.
Huh?
She was home too.
She was home.
Yeah.
When
But
she home again.
you know how you know how mainstream like these audiences do is they follow what they see on TV. They follow so what you and they did this on purpose. They knew they was going Perth.
Yeah,
They knew what they was putting on last.
They knew what they were doing.
Yeah. This sets the tone. Listen, nobody
What's
listens
the tone?
more
What's the tone?
is she is somebody. She is somebody.
That's what that was supposed to be,
So
though. I mean,
somebody has to do something.
No,
Yes.
She was separated from the rest of them niggas.
yeah, I think the thing there's two things that are happening right now. Their thought was going to Perth and doing this at the end of the show was going to make the person the thing.
It's fire.
Mimi said
She's not.
you needed to do a little more than that.
Because after this, during this whole thing, I'll be honest, I was like, okay, can we hurry up and get on with this? Can we move on now? Because she didn't feel, she felt, whenever I see her wrestle, she's the real deal. 1000% the real deal. But for some reason, something is missing. She's like the Drew McIntyre of the women's division to me.
She's
Something, and aside from this run, I feel like Drew is pulling something out of him. But I feel like Rhea didn't do anything with this run. She did nothing with it.
The other niggas.
She didn't do it.
What?
She didn't.
What
do
other
it.
niggas?
It's the judgmental day.
No,
That's the
even
thing,
with the
they've
judgmental
been-
day.
That's also been a hindrance on her.
That's what's killing her. That's what I'm saying.
Because they've been hiding her. They hide her.
No, they've been using
the
her
one
to
that's-
make
she the one
dumb.
that's
Yeah,
made-
I think it's more the emphasis of her on the men's side with the Judgment Day as opposed to her being a part in the women's side is kind of.
She made the judgmental day, but it kind of diminished what she was doing outside of
But
it.
the judgmental day are not them anymore.
No, they are truth. They moved that energy into our truth.
Yes.
Which is the reason why you separated her from them, because they got our truth rocking with them.
And there's
Which
still
is why she's allowed to
And they
become
still not them.
her. No,
it's our truth.
But they've allowed her to become her now,
Right?
Because she wasn't weighed down with the weight of being mommy to them niggas and being, you know what I mean, the champ. They letting her, and the problem is they can't keep her. I don't think they can keep her heel because she's supposed to be a heel.
She's too big.
Right? But this
don't feel like a heel.
Organically, like they be like, nah, I don't care what y'all niggas talking about. We cheering shorty. They got it. That's
she acts different, but she acts different though. Like she's not. I don't think she's even thinking about Judgment Day when she's women's division mode. Like that, none of that stuff even really comes up.
Right, no, like when she by herself in the women's division, you know, like when she went to Judgment Day and you see, you like, hey, Rhea, she be like, God bless you and everything, you know what I mean? Everything, you know what I mean? Good to see you. I'll see you at church next week. And then when she went by herself in the women's division, where's the hoes at, my nigga?
But that's not weird. I mean, like how much of her time is spent with the Judgment Day, and then because like none of that is even acknowledged. Like realistically, it's a situation where I don't know what the percentage of time, but that women's division, there's some weeks where it's like with Roman Reigns, the champ's there, but there's not really a champ because the champ's not worrying about the division. The champ is over here talking to Drew McIntyre or dealing with a Dominic Mysterio if he's really going to try and take on Gunther or whatever. Like it's her time has been unbalanced.
Right.
I think is what it is.
Right.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. What you want to say, Mimi?
It's been unbalanced, and I feel like now that she's hopping off of whatever side of the balance she's in, it's weird. Like, even with the promo, it's weird. Everything is weird because I always felt like they've always hit her behind something because she was probably needing help in one area. And that's why she was in that tag team with how many people she was in the tag team with? Was it just the other girl? Was it just the one that lived?
She had a team with Liv for a minute, before she turned on her,
Okay, and then before then, was she with somebody? No, right?
Before that, she was solo, but she had like there was that thing with Charlotte Flair, and she was kind of just out by herself.
Okay, and it was bad. It was bad.
It was they weren't doing anything. She would just come out there and stomp her foot and then beat somebody up, but that was kind of it.
I think right now they make her feel dominant.
Nikki
She
Cross.
feels super dominant. She feels like the real deal when she's on the screen, but something is missing. Something is missing.
Do I remember her with Nikki?
No, I don't remember her with Nikki either. But I think that
Nikki Ash, that's right.
They were.
She was the.
That
she
was
was the
2021.
superhero.
They
don't
broke up
remember.
in January 2022.
They
I don't
kept
remember
putting
that
her with
being
people, and they kept right because
I
it was
do- yeah.
crazy. It was
Yeah.
it was stupid. It didn't work. So
I
the
think
Judgment
just-
Day thing worked, but now they're peeling her out of it, and it looks crazy. The other day when she just before the Elimination Chamber, she did like this in camera thing, and I was just like, oh boy.
I like it.
Well, they
She was
have to.
struggling through the promo.
They got to do it though, because at some point she's got to have like we're going to be getting weeks of promo with her and Becky Lynch.
That's it. That's it. It's over.
She
Listen,
had.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It's funny. We went to the fam. We went to a Raw, maybe beginning of the year, middle of the year, something. And there was a moment during that where they've been had this plan because
Hell yeah, they crossed each other.
they crossed each other and they held the. I just remembered that. Now I got to figure out that Raw we went to because that was definitely at that Raw. They was right in front of us.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't understand why Becky's in this match. I really don't.
They
I don't
love
see.
Becky.
They love
I know,
Becky.
regardless if they love Becky or not, it don't make sense to me at all. Like her being in the mix the way she's in the mix and how I have to prove myself that I'm the best, that I'm better than you. Like
One more
what?
time, can you do that again? Can you do that?
Nah,
Nobody
Becky,
thinks you're better than anybody.
I think Becky stinks, but I also think that Rhea's she's up there.
She is up there,
She's
but
up
I
there.
think, but I feel like her being with the Judgment Day and not mixing and mingle with the thing with the women's division really, it just made me like what?
Yeah. Yeah. No, you are
And she
1,000%.
hasn't
I
had
agree.
a positive reign yet. The Oscar one was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
This one was not good. You ran through everybody for what?
See, I'll agree that the reign has kind of been lackluster, but the character work is through the roof. So I can kind of
I don't know if I would say through the roof. I really don't. I don't know if I would say through the roof.
She got 4 niggas over.
Yeah, she got Dominic Mysterio over, and I hated that.
They stink. They stank.
They stink.
Stink, stank, stunk.
How do you get somebody over and then you walk away? They still need to be over. Those boys are not over anymore.
That's why they got Ron killing.
They're not over, but so they're not over.
Truth.
You have to keep it to be over.
I think
sometimes you got to cut the line, baby. You got to cut that line.
Right, but
you
I
won't
wouldn't
get
say
that
over.
flounder.
That's
you
right.
Won't keep
but
that
you
flounder
cannot say over.
floundering.
I think
Because it's not black frying.
I think Dominic, as much as people hate him, has the most probably chance out of all of them to really because he at least elicits a reaction. I love Damian Priest, but it's just something about him that doesn't transcend.
The champion, right?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, and I just can't put my finger on it.
Tall Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
With nothing else. He just said what he just said what he is. He's a tall Puerto Rican man. They didn't really do anything with him. Just be goth.
Yeah,
just a goth guy.
It's weird.
It is, and they were the bee's knees.
The Judgment Day.
But when you walk away, you have to be able to keep that, and they can't keep it.
Yeah,
well, they can't.
But they're still.
Yeah, they're still up there because Ron killing because of R-Truth.
Somebody's there helping them.
But you figure it was that faction had 2 of the matches on a 4-match show.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are, at the very least, the men in Judgment Day they are a segment, multiple segments in themselves on Raw.
Yeah.
They suck, but
Who
because
else?
like who you're not going to see a JD McDonough match, but
Who?
exactly. Rhea's the poster. Last year they had their own poster for Judgment Day. Like they're hot. I think the thing is we're having this conversation and we may be in the very like the tail end of the Judgment Day. Dominic Mysterio, like Monday Night Raw, Dominic Mysterio could already be on his way out just because he's trying to face Gunther. You feel what I'm saying? Like we could be getting a babyface Dominic at like very soon.
Mm.
I don't know about that.
Mm.
It don't take much
Hey, give me Rhea Dom.
in a match.
I'm over it.
Yes. They've been trying to work this man-women match out. Who better?
And
I don't know. I just feel like I really enjoy Rhea Ripley. I think, and also too, sometimes we look at the wrestler and not per se the writing. I know that Rhea's had some injuries, some knee problems in the past. That was one thing that may have been hindering, her bouts. But a champion is only strong as their contenders, and the people that they have been putting her with, it just doesn't. I mean, what can you do? Zelina Vega, and I love Zelina Vega. Shout out to her. But when you're putting up you have to put your people up against people who feel like they're a threat.
Yes. Yes.
And that comes down to creative. That's not necessarily Rhea, because when Rhea gets in the ring, she does what she's supposed to do. On the mic, she's gotten so much better. She's doing what she's supposed to do. But she's only as strong as the creative. Now, the question we really need to be asking is, did WWE think that Rhea was strong enough to put other women over? And
Right.
that is what remains to be seen, because
Right.
the women that she's been with that are on a lower tier than her, she has not been able to move the needle on them the way that some of the other top women have been able to do in the past. Just like this is going to be a test for Bianca at WrestleMania. If they do the Tiffany Stratton and Bianca match, can Bianca Belair, even though Tiffany is already out here, but can she take somebody like that and pull through a match without a belt, without her chasing, without this thing? Can she be an attraction like that? And I think with Rhea, the issue is she has not done that in the lady frame. And even in this iteration, the whole Dom and Rhea thing, to me, was kind of like a happy accident. I don't think that anybody went.
It was intentional, right?
Yeah, in the creative and said, "Oh yeah, this will totally work."
Right.
People started attaching themselves to it, and it became that. So I think in Rhea's case, I will give her credit because I think she's made the best of the challengers that they've given her. But a wrestler of that caliber is only as strong as the storyline that they're given. And right now, the storyline for her has just not been strong in the women's.
In the women, right.
And who knows if that's going to change anytime soon.
Yeah, the only pushback I will give is I think it was the Judgment Day Dom stuff was very intentional. Remember, they did a whole Dom and Mommy going to goddamn Ray house.
During
the holidays. Like that was
a couple times, yeah.
Yeah. They locked him up the second time. That's when he got his 10, you know what I mean?
Prison Dom.
Free Dom, man. Free my nigga Dom.
Free Tom and Nick.
Tom and Nick.
I just think with WWE, and this is one thing that does frustrate me with this promotion sometimes, is that they are so business minded and so cognizant of their top stars that they don't put them in bouts against. They spread them out. They purposely keep people away from each other, which I get. But you're at WrestleMania 40,
right?
And we're not getting like Philadelphia, let's look at the psyche of the city. Philadelphia is a bruiser city.
They're
It's
a bunch of trash
it's
individuals.
rocky. You know what I'm saying? And we're getting bouts that aren't slugfest. We're getting,
Flashy shit.
yeah, you know,
Chaotic.
we need
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
we need to
All
see.
right, you know who you sounded like right there. We'll talk later.
Chaos.
I don't like that shit.
Yes, it's not chaotic at all.
It's not bruiser. Like you see Bianca and Rhea in a cage match.
That's what you
at-
get
at-
for
at
the
WrestleMania
title.
40. That's about for the ages.
That's right.
And they can come back from that. Yeah, we don't want people to
At
lose.
41,